It has reached a crescendo. That is the Under-13B Grand Final with the combatants, Glenorchy versus Sorell. You can see them lined up there, the intense look on their faces. They are transfixed and have one thing on their mind, and that is to take the Under-13B Division Cup home to their respective towns. Will it go to Glenorchy in the northern suburbs, or will it go to the southeast Sorell district? It is Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood, and I am pumped and ready to go, joined by Martin Duffy. Duff, how was that for you?
Every time you hear the national anthem, Hoppy, it just sends a little tingle down the spine, doesn't it? It was very well sung there by that lady.
Oh, and she did a very nice job. I think her name was Alana Berry. She is also the manager of the Glenorchy team. Her son, Joel, is the coach. And I saw her looking resplendent, I think, up in the Payne Powell stand. And she really does give that belting out a fantastic rendition. And to see everyone transfixed and standing upright, very proud of the national anthem, was a sight for sore eyes. And now it comes to this stuff. The moment that these kiddies have been coming to, they had a big pre-season. It started all back in October when they were running around the sand dunes. I know Sorell, I saw them down at Dodgers Ferry pre-season. They were up and down those hills near Lewisham, getting those thighs up and about, ready for this moment in time, the grand final.
Oh, it must be very exciting out there for those young lads. Now, Hoppy, what is your choice of team for this game? What's your pick? You've done your research.
Yeah, look, it should be a tight encounter. I have to say my prediction is Glenorchy. They were very, very good in the second semi-final. They're very accomplished. I know that for Sorell, coach Spud Paul Tate was somewhat disappointed, and he went back to the drawing board. They had a pretty intense week. They came out last week and got a morale-boosting victory, and I think they'll give a much better account of themselves. The only thing with Glenorchy, who I would have thought undefeated, Duff, would be if all of a sudden they'll be like the possum with the headlights, whether they can actually go through and steady and win the cup.
Anything can happen in the grand final, Hoppy. These young lads here, 12, 13 years of age, they're all prime. They're set to go. Here we go in the 13B 2016 grand final, Andrew Hopwood.
Yes, the ball is aloft here at the TCA ground. A lovely knockout as Glenorchy take possession. Early moments, trying to get their hands on the onion. It's down, in and dirty. It was Byrne for Sorell, who was at the bottom of the pack. But the big ruckman, Kyle Maynard, who's been one of their more dominant players throughout this entire season, keeps the ball moving. That's a lovely tackle there. Well done. Terrific work on the defensive side by Spongberg. And I think he'll be rewarded for that kick. So Spongberg now gives it back to his teammate, and that was nicely done as they teamed up there, Duff. And I think that's going to be crucial for Sorell, that they can really maintain possession of the ball and try and counteract that running style of Glenorchy. So I think tackling is going to be one of the keys in today's game.
I think you're right, and early goals for Sorell. You just don't want to let the Magpies get away too early. Sorell can be thereabouts, half-time, three-quarter time in this match. You never know.
It's the old thing, isn't it, Duff? When you do have some belief, you're not meant to win, but you can build on that. And all of a sudden, doubt can be in the minds of what would be a sure winner. So that's what they'll be hoping for, as they're making a nice contest of it. Of course, we are playing 4 15-minute quarters in the 13B division here at the TCA. We are in the Peter Sharp Tower, looking magnificent views across the River Derwent. It's nice and calm out there, Duff. I know you and I are up early. We went for a run on Belridge Beach this morning, and we spoke about this game over a latte, and we were very excited to be here at the TCA today.
Well, this is our 16th year of recording these grand finals. We've seen some rippers over the years as Glenorchy just trying to maintain possession and build a forward press here, Hoppy.
So it is Glenorchy kicking towards that northern suburbs end, but it's Sorell. They take possession of the ball, get that ball moving, well picked up, and it goes out towards Butterworth, who just puts it onto his boot very quickly. No sense of teamwork yet. They're just a matter of bumbling end over end and getting momentum going forward as Sorell take another possession. It's Butterworth who's been very, very good. There's a big opportunity. They try and shepherd the ball, trying to tap that going forward as well as they pick up and thrust aside. It is Gaffney, and I think he's been paid without the ball, and Gaffney now will take a kick. He's probably just a little bit too far out, but he's going to size up his options. It is Gaffney now, looking to put it into that danger area. He goes right in. It's close to that point post. and it goes out of bounds. And one of your favourite things in the STJFL finals, Duff, is a boundary throw-in.
Oh, yeah, I love the boundary throw-ins, Hoppy, but just disappointing result there for Sorell. Just needed to get it up towards the hot spot, but it's still in their forward, or the forward arc here, Hoppy.
It certainly is. It has predominantly really been the scoring end, the city end, where Sorell are kicking toward.
Got a tall lad here.
That's Kyle Maynard. We know he's been good in the ruck, Duff. He's been terrific. And what we can see disproportionately, Duff, in this 13 age group of all the people that are watching is some of the difference in height and size of these kiddies as they develop. Some of them shoot up, some of them are late bloomers. So it's a real Heinz 57 varieties out there in the under-13 division.
Yep. And Sorell doing well here, Hoppy. Maintaining possession fairly well. 0 on the board for both teams at the moment, but they're doing okay in general play.
They certainly are as that ball goes towards that wing position. Sorell take it. That was a lovely pickup. Driving it forward. I think that might have been Maxie Lodge. Tries to get it further. Cried to Tyler Devine. He's at the bottom of the pack. The numbers are with Glenorchy as they just bludgeon that one back towards that centre pitch. It is Lodge who picks it up. He's got the ball. He was pinned, but inadvertently got a push in the back. And young Maxie Lodge, Duff, he's one of the prime movers for Sorell as he's hurt his shoulder. The umpires just said, I think we better come out and test it. He's a bit sluggish to come up, as we can see here. He got the tackle, then pushed, bang, and fell forward. And I think actually his shoulder was extended somewhat. That reminded me back, it was about 12 years ago, Duff, when you and I saw that game where Chris Judd was playing for West Coast and he went down and hurt his shoulder in exactly that same fashion.
And then he went to Carlton, was never the same. But anyway, back to this game.
So now it is picked up nicely by Sorell as Butterworth drives it end over end. Oh, they pick it up, but a big tackle there as they try to drive forward. A brilliant tackle by Glenorchy, the defensive work, and rather cheekily there. You can see the tackle just dropped that one cold, and the umpire came in and made a correct decision. Under a bit of pressure, and they've stood up tall so far, have Glenorchy. Picking that ball up now, McKay. McKay goes straight up the middle, and that's what they've did over those last few weeks. They've been very direct in how they've gone about it. As Tyrone Wise picks it up, and he goes further afield. Goes out towards where Tumney for Glenorchy, trying to get it end over end. And Tumney, Duff, he's had a bit of work on the toop early in the week for this grand final. Yeah,
he knew there was a big stage to play on this week, Hoppy, and he's got himself very well prepared. And I'll tell you what, look at the difference in body size of Glenorchy to the younger Eagles, Hop. They are big lads out there at Magpie Land.
Yep, rather strong. And as you can see, the Eagles now, they just decide to push that ball forward at all costs. Not a lot of system yet, but that can happen in a grand final, Duff, can't it? You're just trying to feel your way as we are 5.5 minutes in to this first quarter. The Magpies 0-0 to the Eagles 0-0 in a tussle. That is the grand final, the under-13 B division here at the TCA. And what a picturesque ground it is, Duff.
Oh, yeah, beautiful vantage point that we've got up here. Thanks to our cameraman and scaffold erector there in Stewie Young. As the Eagles, they've impressed me so far, Hoppy. One thing they must not do, and that's panic when they've got possession. Try and pick it up. Here we go.
Yeah, that was Langley who got out to Wiggins. Wiggins just pushes that forward, and they're trying to lead out. And that's a really lovely tackle. Talking of toops, have a look at that very elongated fringe of Nicholas Devine. He gets it close to the boundary line, just put the slipper into that one. Running hard after it is Wiggins. He's the first one to get there. Leaning over with his body over the ball, just on all fours, trying to push it out, not hanging on to it because the umpire can come in and rule that one to be holding the ball. Beautifully picked up by Tap, the captain. He loses the handle on the ball that side, but you can see just the enormity of the situation as they're coming in numbers are the Eagles, Duff.
They are. They're doing very well in this early stage of this match, Hoppy. They'd love to get that first goal on the board. They look very dangerous, though, Glenorchy, when they go forward, and there's a great tackle by the Eagles.
Yes, Saavedra picked that one up. But it was a fantastic tackle, locking up at the old-fashioned corral style, and was rewarded for his efforts. Going back in now, it is Sorell. They've got an opportunity to pick it up. Lovely handball out there by Wise, and it's kicking down into that forward zone. They've had all the play here, but haven't capitalised as Devine comes out. He's moving forward yet again. He can't take a clean possession. And Glenorchy just go end on end, back through the centre corridor. That's a tough corridor to go down, given the muddy confines there of that centre wicket area. for the first time, Glenorchy have an opportunity to go inside their 50 as Rhodes goes out wide to Saavedra. Saavedra back indoors. Now's a big opportunity. It's their first forward thrust, and it is a goal there to Saavedra. The first blood is drawn to Glenorchy. They are 1 goal straight 6 to Sorell, yet to score. And Duff, would you believe it, if we just look at our Crips the Masterbake laptop, that is their first inside 50 entry, and 1 entry, 1 goal.
Yeah, they did it very well, didn't they, though? Just come back to our replay here, Hoppy. They do look forward, do look dangerous when they get the ball 1 out. They're very good skills, and they've been basically pumping all the opposition all season. They look very dangerous there. Almost mucked it up, but a good goal in the end.
So Sorell have had 9 minutes of the play within their forward line.
And we've got a free kick here against the Sorell runner inside the square there, Hoppy.
Gee whiz, that's a murderer for a coach, as Maynard was able to take that kick. He got it onto Rhodes, the big power centre-half forward. He reminds me very much of your Jonathan Brown style, the way he has that big barrel chest and he only runs in straight lines. He's straight up and down that Brooker Highway, and that's where he goes and does a lot of his training. You can see him applying that tackle. It is Sorell who just get the ball, and it's that imposed pressure, Duff. They had a little bit of time and space there, but they didn't take advantage of it, as Kyle Maynard just goes very long to our goal kicker in Saavedra, and he doesn't come up with that ball, but going back is Arnold. Gets a lot of possession there. Another handball out. They're teaming well, Duff. They're trying hard, the Sorell boys, as they get that down to the wing, but they have the numbers yet again, and Caden Fenton takes a very, very nice mark. Fenton driving it back into the centre-half forward position as McKay goes long. It's off the hands and touched on the line, and nothing will be getting past that umpire there, Duff. One of the doyens of the umpiring fraternity, Umpire Rowan. Umpire
Rowan doing a great job officiating. Must be a great time for the umpires as well, Hoppy, to be chosen in a grand final.
Yeah, well, he is one of the premier umpires himself, and umpire Owl down the other end.
Gee, they're just giving them a little bit too much space here, the Eagles. Must go man on man, especially in the defensive half of the ground and through the centre of the ground there, Hoppy.
Okay, so it was Fenton who broke clear. Both teams at the moment, Duff, it is a grand final, and they're just trying to put their boot into the ball without actually probably lifting their eyes yet. That'll come, there's no doubt about it, but I guess they're just trying to get that forward momentum, and so far it's worked for the Maggies. They've only been in there once, but fantastic result with their 1-1-7 to the Eagles, yet to score, as McKay goes back over his shoulder, and it is that man again, Jude Saavedra, who takes that mark. He's a dangerous player. He's got the Eddie Betts about him, Duff. He's got the big shorts. He runs around, and he looks likely to take this game apart. At his mark 15 metres out, he'll go back and kick towards that northern suburbs end.
Oh, he's a classy player. He's got another one.
Lovely kick there by Jude Saavedra. That'll just settle the nerves as well, Duff. When all of a sudden Glenorchy were certainly under the pump, and we weren't really sure how they would go. It was unfortunately in those early parts that Sorell couldn't put any scoreboard pressure on, and they certainly have, as we check the score courtesy of Crips the Masterbake, baking bread here in Tasmania since 1878. It is the Magpies 2-1-13 to the Eagles, yet to score.
Yeah, disappointing there for the Eagles. They worked hard in this first quarter. It's just that last couple of minutes, though, the Magpies have got away, and just a little bit loose checking down there in the back line, Hop.
Yeah, they were. So the Master Clip dog grooming Sorell Eagles, they were really trying to work their way forward there, Duff, but it is Glenorchy now. They've got a sniff. They are just, we really don't want, for the sake of the game, the Sorell boys to allow Glenorchy to go into autopilot. They've been very dominant, they've been good, and here they go with another opportunity going forward, and Blair Wood has taken that mark, Duff. All of a sudden I thought it slipped through his fingertips, but he was good enough, showing great reflexes and dexterity there, was able to clutch onto that one, and he is only 10 metres out, and he will line up for the Maggies' third goal.
He was giving the high fives already there before he's kicked the goal, but he was never going to miss from there. There's another one.
Excellent work. Terrific mark there, Duff, and that was Blair Wood's first goal and the Magpies' third. They are 3-1-19 to the Eagles, yet to score. Well, if we look down at the laptop here, Duff, And I'm just checking there now. It is the Eagles who have had a more dominant start, but they just haven't been able to get any score on the board.
Yeah, very disappointing there, Hoppy. And not looking too good at all here for the Eagles. 3 goals in about 5 minutes, I think.
Much better play by them on that particular occasion as they decided to hold the ball as Whitney drove it particularly long. This is where they've come undone, but now here's a chance as they pick that ball up and drive it through. I think that might have been Callum Dargan, and that is just what they needed, Duff, and he is one of their absolute prime movers, is Dargan. He played a cracker of a game last time they met, and that will certainly energise the team as they certainly needed that goal. As we watch in replay, they came out, he went past, he picked it up beautifully below his knees, as clean as a whistle, and drove that one through for a goal, and that'll certainly give them some confidence.
Well, this is what the game needed there, Hoppy, and he's a very, very good player, leading goal kicker in the STJFL in the 13Bs for the year, and I did see him under lights playing against my young lads team, Sandy Bay, and